Thanks, Sakina. Time now to check in with your sports news. And as promised in the previous hour, this is going to focus in on something that the South African Broadcasting Corporation is excited about from a sporting perspective. And that's because the SABC will kick off its first live broadcast of the German Football League with the first match of the new season at 8 p.m. The game between champions Bayern Munich and Schalke 04 will be broadcast on SABC 3. The presentation team will see former football player Sizwe Mbebe, joined by former Bafana Bafana captain Sibusiso Zuma, technical performance analyst Sinesipho Mali, and Banyana goalkeeper Kaylin Swart. I chatted to SABC Sport General Manager Gary Rathbone a little bit earlier on this morning about the 2-season-long broadcast deal.
Well, it's a great league. Right now, it's probably one of the top 3 leagues in the world. It was available, and I thought it was worthwhile getting. I think it's important that we try and get as much good quality sport as we can on our platform. A lot of people that can't access, the top quality leagues, through SuperSport that are watching the SABC, it's great to be able to give them get that kind of quality content on air for them.
Tell us a little bit about what viewers can expect. Is it going to be live? Because one of the big criticisms, unfortunately, when it comes to SABC Sport is this delayed live.
Yeah. No, this is fully live. In fact, the thing about the Bundesliga is that they're a great league to work with. And they've been very, very, very accommodating in terms of how they make it work, help us make it work. So you can expect a lot of things, not just the football itself, which will be live, but they've allowed us a flexibility in terms of the games that we can choose, so we can make sure that some of the games we can actually get some of the better games as well. There's not just a kind of time slot where the second tier games are only. So we will have things like the famous derbies, like the Klassiker, as they call it, between Bayern Munich and Dortmund. That'll come up in at the end of October. In November, sorry. And in October, we'll have the other big derby, which is Dortmund versus Schalke, the Riviera derby as well. And so not only will it be live, but it'll be some of the best matches that the league has to offer that people will be able to see. And then, of course, there's the great supporting program. So we'll have the highlights every Monday night and every Thursday night, the preview show, so people can really follow the different teams and really get into the stories and the players. And there's some great players. Bayern Munich are the European champions at the moment. So, you'll see some great players and some great football.
Yeah, and if it wasn't for FIFA suspending their awards, Lewandowski probably would have been with a good shot in to actually capture that award. You speak about having good matches, and it all starts this evening. The champions, Bayern Munich, the European champions, up against Schalke. That's a great match.
Yep. No, it'd be fantastic. Absolutely. Again, that's exactly what I'm talking about. So although our traditional slot for the Bundesliga live matches is going to be the Saturday afternoon at 3:30, because this was a big game and it was the start of the season, we said, well, can we get that one as well, basically? And so they said, sure, not a problem. So it's great to be able to have the first game of the season, and then it can be such a great game, with the European champions. And as I've been saying, this is an opportunity for people to see on SABC, see the European champions in action, live for a change.
So is there a certain amount of flexibility? You did say that the Bundesliga is a great league to work with because they are giving you the option to get really fantastic matches. So does that mean that there's going to be some flexibility in terms of when Bundesliga live matches are going to be broadcast on SABC 3?
Yeah, so as I said, the general slot will be the 3:30 slot, but for some of the bigger games and really games that I think are really that people would really like to see, we have that flexibility. So tonight's is one example, and then the 2 derby matches, which are scheduled for at 6:30 in the evening. So we'll get those games, you know what I mean? So on those days, it won't be at 3:30, it'll be the 6:30 game, which will be the classic derbies. But just to add as well is that it's not just about the on television, is that the support that we'll get in terms of the social media, highlights, clips and things like that we can be able to share with the viewers, connecting online and social media, and the support that we will get from them in terms of the players that we'll access, probably clubs coming out to play in South Africa as well during the off season and come out to play against PSL teams, legends and stars coming out to do promotional tours and visits. So people really are going to experience the Bundesliga very much close up in this was part of this agreement.
And I see even yesterday SABC Sports announcing that there's also going to be live match commentary on Radio 2000, Umhlobo Wenene, Legwala Gwala, as well as Mngwana Lonene.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's part of the strategy. It's we're just kind of starting rolling it out now, and it's not we're just kind of trying out, feeling our way through. But it's part of the strategy that I want to kind of bring into the way we do sports to make it accessible to as many people as possible. So the idea is not so much that we're saying, well, here's the radio commentary on that game, but the idea is that the people, who want to watch it on television, but actually have the commentary in their own languages will be able to do that. So the idea being is that if you want to watch it, you want to watch the Bundesliga, but you want to watch it in Xhosa or in Zulu or whatever language, or, Iswazi, you can then just turn off the TV sound, turn on your radio, and, you can then get your commentary, in the language of your choice, and still while watching, first class, football. We don't have the technology right now that they have with the set-top box where you can actually select your language on that. But we do have radio. And the added bonus, of course, is that if you don't have television, you can still then follow the game as well because it will be on radio. So, and it's not just the Bundesliga that we're doing this for. All sport as we roll it out is going to have this option in it so that people can engage with it in their own languages.
Amazing. So Saturdays are earmarked for live matches, and as you've explained, that's dependent on what other major matches are maybe taking place. You've got a weekly preview show on Thursdays, and then a highlights show on Mondays. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah. So Monday's an hour wrap of all the games. So what's good about that is it means that people, we've got one live game a week, but it means that people are following different teams that might not be featured in that live game can then follow their other teams and see what, how they did and see the highlights and things and get a sense of the whole, a kind of 360-degree picture of what's happening in the Bundesliga rather than just having only the one game to focus on.
Fantastic. Well, good luck to you and the team. Thanks so much for chatting to us.
Thanks very much. Great to be here. Enjoy.
And that is how we come to the end of your Focus In on Sport for Morning Live for this Friday and for this week. Have a great sporting weekend ahead. I will see you again on Monday morning.